Ciao, welcome to Beatspot. I'm Marco, and in this video I'm reviewing Iceberg Audio Sub Cut. So they sent me this plugin to review, and let's see what it does. So Subcut lets you apply precise low cuts under 220 Hz, remove unwanted sub bass, or make room when layering bass sounds. Auto mode analyzes audio in real time and continually adjusts the cut by following the notes of your source material. Isolate problematic frequencies in your mix or in your studio. Click on the waveform to quickly flip between your audio and test on adjusting your cut. So, okay, this is the interface. Now let's look at it. We have it, and this is a knob where you can set the frequency. We can also set between three slopes. So we have a brick wall, we have a steep slope and a softer slope, and we also have this solo. So as I click this solo, you can see how it's flipping. So maybe this S is for sub. However, when we turn this on, we are low passing, and when we turn this off, we are high passing, and then we have the auto mode. So now let's see how it sounds on an 808. So this is basically an high pass. Now let's turn it. Okay, now let's listen to how the steep slope sounds. Okay, now let's turn the auto on. So I actually like how it sounds with this curve. So this plugin is kind of useful. It only operates between the 0 and 220 Hz. So if you want to use the auto mode on some sounds that have like fundamental that's higher that frequency, that's not going to work. It's not going to kind of detect anything, and it won't move basically. So it kind of high passes up until the 220 Hz, and that's it. So this is really targeted to bass processing. Now, how can we use it? We can use it for when we have like bass one-shots, bass samples that we want to layer a better sub below it, or when we have a bass preset that we can just take the fundamental off, or when we want to layer some more stuff. So let's say we have an 808. We have stolen from some tracks, we have sampled, or we have it from a sample pack, or like a stem from a client that sent us to mix. So we can just take these and kind of use the S mode. So we've soloed the sub bass, and now we can rework the harmonics. So let's try it. Let's use something like so now we have double the thing. We can also use this twice and flip it. this is one way to process your sound, so you have them split. However, I'm not really a fan of splitting the fundamental and the harmonics with these type of processing, because it creates a weird 808. So there's something like lacking in the low mid stuff. So let's just use it to isolate the sub bass and process that fundamental. So let's take this. You can see how fuller it is. Now we have cranked it. Now let's kind of do it better. Can also use some more stuff. Let's go for exciter and let's work on the harmonics only. So now let's compare it before and after. So we've reworked the timbre of the 808. Now let's introduce some more high-end. So let's try this. So basically this plugin was the starting point to make a better 808, and I'm really happy with this kind of plugin. I mean, it's something that's really simple and it's doing a kind of tricky job, because you can always kind of low pass your 808, but the notes moving are kind of affect each note differently. So one way I used to kind of compensate this problem, especially when producing, was low passing the 808 to the frequency I wanted, and then sampling the 808 and kind of replaying that note so it kept the same number of harmonics. And that was kind of a mess. And another way was using synths like Operator or Serum, where I can generate a sub bass with specific harmonics using the partials, but that's also a thing that I can do only when producing, and I can't do it when mixing someone else's stuff, or when I'm mixing my own stuff that I already printed down to audio and I don't want to kind of recover the presets and work all that way. So that's a really nice tool. It's simple and it's worth it. Last thing to notice is this auto mode. So you have default, fast, slow, and it's how quickly it moves. So you can have it slow to have like a natural loose movement. I want to use the default, you can also have a fast. Maybe the fast is better for fast-paced stuff like drum and bass basses, and that's it. So this is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks Iceberg Audio for letting me review this great plugin, and see you in the next one.